Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayam Udirehet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Magankarati Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girimet Prabhatmam Mahamande Shri Guru Tinataram Paramananda Madhavam Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the all auspicious Srimad Bhagavatam class. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 5, text number 10. Nandrutam tavata chapi, Nandrutam tavata chapi, Yatamam prapravishibho, Yatamam prapravishibho, Avignaya paramatta, Avignaya paramatta, Yetavat tvam yato hime, Yetavat tvam yato hime. What meaning translation and purport by His Divine Grace is Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Na not Andrutam false tava of yours, that shall also appear as you have stated yata in the matter of mom of myself, Prabha Vishi, as you described, Bho, O my son, Avignaya, without knowing, Param, the Supreme, Mattaha, beyond myself, Yetavat, all that ye have spoken from yourself, Yata, for the reason of he, certainly, me, about me, translation. Whatever you have spoken about me is not false, because unless and until one is aware of the personality of Godhead, who is the ultimate truth beyond me, one is sure to be illusioned by observing my powerful activities. Purport. The frog in the well logic illustrates that a frog residing in the atmosphere and boundary of a bell cannot imagine the length and breadth of the gigantic ocean. Such a frog, when informed of the gigantic length and breadth of the ocean, first of all, does not believe that there is such an ocean. And if someone assures him that factually there is such a thing, the frog then begins to measure it by imagination by means of pumping itself belly as far as possible. With the result that the tiny abdomen of the frog bursts and the poor frog dies without any experience of the actual ocean. Similarly, the material scientists also want to challenge the inconceivable potency of the Lord by measuring him with their frog-like brains and their scientific achievements, but at the end they simply die unsuccessfully like the frog. Sometimes a materially powerful man is accepted as God or the incarnation of God without any knowledge of the actual God. Such a material assessment may be gradually extended, and the attempt may reach to the highest limit of Brahmaji, who is the topmost living being within the universe and has a duration of life unimaginable to the material scientist. As we get information from the most authentic book of knowledge, the Bhagavad Gita 8.17, Brahmaji is one day and night is calculated to be some hundreds of thousands of years on our planet. This long duration of life may not be believed by the frog in the well, but persons who have a realization of the truths mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita accept the existence of a great personality who creates the variegatedness of the complete universe. It is understood from the revealed scriptures that the Brahmaji of this universe is younger than all other Brahmas in charge of the many, many universes beyond this. But none of them can be equal to the personality of Godhead. Naradaji is one of the liberated souls, and after his liberation, he was known as Narada. Otherwise, Before his liberation, he was simply a son of a maidservant. The questions may be asked why Naradaji was not aware of the Supreme Lord and why he misconceived Brahmaji to be the Supreme Lord, although factually he was not. A liberated soul is never bewildered by such a mistaken idea. So why did Narada ask all those questions just like an ordinary man with a poor fund of knowledge? There was such bewilderment in Arjuna also, although he is eternally the associate of the Lord. Such bewilderment in Arjuna or in Narada takes place by the will of the Lord, so that other non liberated persons may realize the real truth and knowledge of the Lord. The doubt arising in the mind of Narada about Brahmaji's becoming all powerful is a lesson for the frogs in the well, that they may not be bewildered in misconceiving the identity of the personality of Godhead, even by comparison to a personality like Brahma. So, what to speak of ordinary men who falsely pose themselves as God or an incarnation of God? The Supreme Lord is always the Supreme, and as we have tried to establish many times in these purports, no living being, even up to the standard of Brahma, can claim to be one with the Lord. One should not be misled when people worship a great man as great as God after his death as a matter of hero worship. There were many kings like Lord Ramachandra, the king of Ayodhya, but none of them are mentioned as God in the revealed scriptures. To be a good king is not necessarily the qualification for being Lord Rama, but to be a great personality like Krishna is the qualification for being the personality of Godhead. If we scrutinize the characters who took part in the battle of Kurukshetra, we may find that Maharaj Yudhishthira was no less a pious king than Lord Ramchandra. And by character study, Maharaj Yudhishthira was a better moralist than Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna asked Maharaja Yudhishthira to lie, but Maharaja Yudhishthira protested. But that does not mean that Maharaja Yudhishthira could be equal to Lord Ramchandra or Lord Krishna. The great authorities have estimated Maharaj Yudhishthira to be a pious man, but they have accepted Lord Rama or Krishna as the personality of Godhead. The Lord is therefore a different identity in all circumstances, and no idea of anthropomorphism can be applied to him. The Lord is always the Lord, but a common living being can never be equal to him. ॐ तत्सत्त्वमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानार्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीतपथकमलं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता च विशाखान्वितां च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तु मे तप्त काञ्चन गौरङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरे वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, welcome all the devotees. As usual, we have the all auspicious Srimad Bhagavatam class. So, the previous verses, Narada Muni has asked us so many questions, and now it is turn for Brahma to explain all these things. Now, as the key point here is, um, liberated devotees actually they are not bewildered by the Maya of the Lord. Because keeping them in front, the Supreme Lord gives the message to the non liberated people so that they can also get liberated. So here, Brahmaji is replying, "O Narada, whenever you have spoken about me is not false." So Narada initially thought, Brahma is the supreme personality of Godhead. So then Brahmaji is confirming that I am not the supreme Lord. But whatever you have spoken about me is not false. Here, Brahmaji is putting one condition. What is the condition? Because unless and until one is aware of the personality of Godhead, Krishna, who is the ultimate truth beyond me, one is sure to be illusioned by observing my powerful activities. So, unless until one is aware of the personality of Godhead means if one knows Krishna, then he knows everything. But if one knows all the creation, but if he does not know Krishna, then it is a simply is a waste of time. So that's why Brahmaji has put this condition saying that if anyone knows Krishna, then they will appreciate the creator and the creation also. Now, uh, the Supreme Lord has already created this material universe. Now, I'm the second creator. So, if anybody does not know Krishna, then absolutely they will be bewildered, they will be in Maya, they will be illusioned. So, here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada has given elaborated three paras. So, the first para, Srila Prabhupada is giving a wonderful example of frog in the well. And the frog in the well basically meaning is a person uh, who knows little of this material world, and but still he is posing that he knows everything. So he is automatically illusioned. Comes under the material Maya. So actually, the frog. Why the frog analogy is given? A little frog, it has its own boundaries. It cannot go beyond the boundaries. It does not know what is happening outside the well, and it thinks what is the within the boundary, within the walls of the well. It thinks this is the entire world. I know everything. But actually speaking, the materials scientists also they want to challenge the inconceivable potential of God because from the pores of his hairs, so many planets are coming up. Until today, nobody can able to count how many planets are there, how many universes are there. So, but still they are thinking, they are very great scientists. And they have been promising to the public saying that, they can even create living beings. They will even, bring back the life of a dead person. But these statements proves, incorrect. For the last so many uh, decades and thousands of years, nobody has invented. It is only an illusion. People they think that we may cure diseases also, but these days, so many branches of medical have been in evolved, like dentistry, skin, like the dermatology, orthopedic, and oncology. So many other branches have come up, but none of them actually curing the diseases. They are simply getting the patients admitted in the hospital, and they are charging exorbitant prices. Finally, basing on that living entity karma only, either he can be cured or he will be died. These two factors will happen. So it is not that doctors can save the patients 100%. So if his destiny is decided for a certain span of life, he is supposed to die. Even if you give whatever medicine, it does not cure that person, and he has to die. So coming back to the point, this frog-like mentalities of scientists, they pose that they know everything or they can cure anything, but they do not know their own death. They will also die. Prabhupada mentions here, they will die unsuccessfully without knowing the absolute truth. But if any intelligent is there, either he is a doctor or a scientist or an agriculturist or a labor. If he knows Krishna, then he knows everything. So that is some understanding. So Brahmaji lifespan is unimaginable actually. So in Bhagavad Gita 8.17, it is mentioned that the life of Brahma is 311 trillion and 40 billion earth years. I repeat, 300, 311 trillion and 40 billion earth years is the life of Brahma. Then who is there to count all this, and who will live such a longer life to just have a glance of his span of life? It's highly unimaginable. If that is the life of a Brahma, there are so many other Brahmas in the innumerable planets. Then what about the life of a common man? It is just like a bubble. Just like it bubble, it comes and it bursts. And in the meanwhile, nowadays people are not living even 100 years, not even 70 years. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is mentioned that at the end of Kali Yuga, the person who lives for 25 or 30 years, he is regarded as a old man, grand old man. So nowadays, people, they are short-lived. So coming back to the second para, sometimes materially powerful man is accepted as a god or incarnation of the god without any knowledge of the actual god. As you know, Lord, if he is a Lord, common man is himself is a treated Lord, then he has to show his Virat Rupa, and also he has to exhibit his Shadaishwarya Purna. In the scriptures, it is mentioned that a person who is called Bhagavan is Shadaishwarya Purna. Aishwaryasya Samagrasya Viryasya Yashashriya. Jnana Vairagyamam Chaiva Sannam Bhagaitingana. So he should have all the six opulences fully. But a materially accepted person, some people, a group of people, and because they get some kind of favor from that particular person, either the so-called spirituality or materially they get some benefit, and they call him a god. See, God is there, I don't know, but this person is my God, and they celebrate him, and they became very famous. But for intelligent person with a scriptural reference, he should come to know that he is not God. But the so-called the bewildered person, and they wanted to make that particular person biggest God, not knowing the scriptural references. Okay, so we get information from the most authentic book Prabhupada gives is 8.17. That means this is the span of life of a Brahma. But after all, you are living only 70 years and you are going to die. Your hair is getting white, your teeth is falling, your eyesight become dim, and your skin is wrinkled, and you look very old. But how you are called a god? These are all the false gods actually. These false gods became very prominent in Kali Yuga. They may declare themselves, even in Dwapara Yuga also. One Paundraka, he declared himself as Krishna. Then the Supreme Lord has to come, who has kept my name here, and he's looking like me only. Uh, so he acted as a duplicate Krishna. Then Krishna has to come and uh, kill him. But he got killed. If he is really God, how he got killed? So in this way, in Dwapara also Krishna itself, in Krishna himself had taught a lesson that after this Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga, so many people will come and they pose themselves as so-called gods. That's why we should always read scriptures, and we should have thorough knowledge. Okay, so moving forward here, the important point is bewilderment, the Maya. Sometimes materially powerful person is himself declared as God. This is the highest snare of Maya. That means, highest snare of Maya means declaring or thinking himself to be the God. This is the highest illusion in this material world. So, anybody is claiming a God, he has to prove it. So, that is the thing. So, Hiranyakashipu also, he proved his strength, saying that, I am most powerful. I got some boons from Brahma. But finally, Lord Narasimha has to come and prove that he is not God. And he has been killed by the Lord. This way, maybe when the Supreme Lord has got Shadeshwara Purna, so some of that Purna, he may got a little quantity. With that little quantity, he become very proud and, he can able to conquer anybody and anyone in this material universe. Then they are called God. Like even Kamsa, he also felt like that. Even like Hiranyakashipu about the strength. Then Kamadev is also about the beauty. Mm. Because Krishna is all beautiful, Kamadeva, Cupid God, he is also very beautiful, and also he attracted so many people. He may have some portion of the Lord, but that portion is taken by the supreme portion. Then he became zero. But from the Lord, if whatever if you have taken, still Lord remains the same. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. So he is completely complete. So Kamadeva means he is a Moha, Madana. Even to Madana also, he Lord attracts. That's why Lord is called Madana Moha. And also there are so many sannyasis. They think they have completely renounced. Mm. But the highest renounced person is the Supreme Lord Krishna, though he has got the whole cosmos as his mm, property, but still he is unattached with that. But the so-called sannyasis, they pose themselves that they have renounced everything, but they still come under the Maya of the Supreme Lord. And when you talk about the past history in the world, there are so many powerful persons like Hitler, Mussolini, Stalin, and so many other people. And they wanted to dictate to the people, and they wanted to rule them. They wanted to pose themselves the highest authority. But finally, what happened? And they got killed, or they got imprisoned, or they got uh, death. This way, they cannot live for longer, but simply they want to pose themselves as the supreme personality. Mm. Now, present days, what happened? There are so many heroes, politicians, athletes, celebrities, and singers, musicians, philosophers, philanthropists, scientists. They are also posing themselves very great. And even for some cinema heroes, Abhishekam is being done. And it's such a funny thing. And then the certain group of people, they find some qualities in that particular person. They think he is the God. So what a misconception. So that's why we should be very careful when we talk about a person's, his opulences. These all opulences only from the Supreme Lord. We are very tiny in our endeavor. Okay, the Lord is always Lord, and a common living man can never become equal to him. So, Lord is also called Asama Buddha. Nobody is equal to the Lord, nobody is above the Lord. So, uh, everybody has to come under the Maya. That means this Maya also has got two kinds. One is Mahamaya, the other one is Yoga Maya. So common people, they come on, those who are all non-devotees category, they can come under Mahamaya. Mahamaya people, they think themselves they are the body, and whatever they do with the body, they think it is all in all. And all these non-devotees come under this Mahamaya category. But at the same time, Yogamaya is also there. Yogamaya, in Yogamaya category, the devotees of the Lord, they come. The Lord exchange loving relationships with them. For example, Mother Yashoda is there. If Mother Yashoda thinks Krishna is the Supreme Lord, she cannot be able to exchange the loving relationship, the paternal relationship. That's why the Supreme Lord keeps such devotees under Yogamaya so that he can nicely, uh, exchange the relationship. And also Krishna fulfills the desires of his devotees, keeping them in Yogamaya. So this Yoga Maya also working under the direction of Krishna. Maya Dakshina Prakriti Suitesa Chara Chara Hetunanena Konteya Jagat Aparividyate. That means the whole world is illusioned. However, the Supreme Lord, under his direction, the Maya is also working. But this is actually a problem for the non-devotees. That's why Lord gives solution also. What is the solution? Daivi Esha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaye. And Lord says, it's very difficult to overcome of this Maya. But whoever surrenders unto me, they can easily overcome. So how do we easily overcome? Accepting Krishna is the Supreme Lord and always chanting the holy name of the Lord and acting accordingly, whatever the Supreme Lord mentions in the Bhagavad Gita, accepting a guru. By following this, anybody can become a devotee of the Lord. Then he knows everything uh, in the world, where he is, what is material world, what is spiritual world. He will understand. So here in the last para, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions that even Yudhishthir Maharaj also he followed the dharma, and he thought whatever he was following is the highest dharma. And even when Krishna asked him to lie, and he protested, "Oh, all my life I have followed this truth, not telling lie, but you are asking me to tell lie." So that is not the uh, real surrender. That is not the real dharma. The real dharma is whatever comes from the lotus mouth of Krishna. That is the real dharma. Dharmantu sakshat bhagavat pranita. So in this way, nobody can pose himself very great or God because uh, by meditating nobody can become a God. God is always God. That's what Prabhupada mentions here. So nobody can be equal or nobody can equal. Nobody is above the Supreme Lord. So that's why coming back to the translation, Brahmaji is replying to Naradaji saying that, "Oh Narada, previously whatever you have spoken about me is not false actually. How it is not false? Because all these powers for me has been given by the Supreme Lord. Also, Lord asked me to do tapas. I did tapas. By doing this tapas, I got all this empowerment. Why empowerment? Means this is service given by the Supreme Lord. I need to do that. I need to create these material universes because those devotees who rebel, who misuse their free will in the spiritual world, they are going to come to these material universes. That's why, according to their desires and their mood, their behavior, and their culture, you create such and such and planets, and I will place them in certain planets. For this reason, I have been empowered to create this material world. Actually, I am the second creator. First creator is the Supreme Lord Krishna. So, but if anybody do not know Krishna, then they are paying illusion. And they think, I am the supreme person. They may meditate on me also. That's what Hiranyakashipu did. He did not know the absolute power of Krishna. He meditated on Brahma. Then Brahma gave him some boons. Actually, Hiranyakashipu, as you all know, he asked deathlessness. immortality. Then Brahmaji said that I will also die, but it is a longer duration. You may not understand in this condition, but you ask something else. Then Hiranyakashipu, he used his Rakshasa Buddhi. Then he asked so many boons, this I should not die here, there, day, night. You all know it. So, the point of understanding here is Hiranyakashipu, he did not know the supremacy of the Lord. Then he is illusioned. Then now Brahma is saying, until and unless one is aware of the personality of Godhead, who is the ultimate truth beyond me, one is sure to be illusioned by observing my powerful activities. But who knows Krishna? Then there is no illusion. Okay. So thank you very much for giving this nice opportunity. So here the takeaway point is, not to be illusioned. And Krishna appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he gave a lot of easiest solutions in the Kali Yuga, especially the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Anybody sincerely chants this holy name, they are not being illusioned. Thank you very much. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu. Prabhu, today's class is really very nice, Prabhu. Whoever is in that Maya or that illusion, really, if they read this sloka, automatically they'll come out of the illusion, Prabhu. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಬಂದು 2.5.10 ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಥುರಾಪತಿ ಪ್ರಭುಗಳು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಇದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ನಾರದ ನೀನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಸರಿನೇ, ನಾನು ನೀನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ತಪ್ಪಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾರದ ಅನ್ಕೊಂತಾನೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಕರ್ತ ಅಂತ. ನೀನ್ ಹೇಳೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ತಪ್ಪಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾರು ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೋ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ, ಅವನೇ ಕರ್ತ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾದವ್ರಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಇದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಾವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದು ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಬಾವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಏನ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಬಾವಿನೇ ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಈ ನೀರೆಲ್ಲ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ನೀರೆಲ್ಲ ಕುಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಬಾವಿ ಎಂಟಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಅದ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಹೊಡೆದೋಗಿ ಅದೇ ಸಾಯುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ಆ ಸಮುದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಬಾವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ನೀರಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. ಅದ್ರ ಒಂದು ಮೈಂಡ್ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀರ್ ಕುಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನೀರೆಲ್ಲ ಖಾಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿನೇ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಣನೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಏನಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋತಾರೆ, ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ ಏನದು ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ದೇ ಇರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. ಏನಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ರೂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಸತ್ತಿರೋ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ನಾನು ಅಲೈವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಜೀವ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ಸ್ ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನ ಒಂದು ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನ ಆಯುಸ್ಸು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ 8.17 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, 3,40,000,000,000,000 ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಬದುಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಜನ್ಮ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಬರೀ 100 ವರ್ಷ ಅಂತ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಈಗಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ 70 ವರ್ಷ ಬದುಕೋದನ್ನು ತುಂಬಾ ರೇರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಲಿಯುಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ 20-30 ವರ್ಷ ಯಾರು ಬದುಕಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಅವನು ವಯಸ್ಸಾದವನು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಕಗ್ನಿಷನ್ ಆಸ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಏನ್ ಅನ್ಕೋತಾನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನೇ ದೇವ್ರು ಅಂತ ಇದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಯಾರು ಷಡೈಶ್ವರ್ಯ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಆಗಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪರಸರ ಮುನಿಯರನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಓದುವಾಗ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಏನಂತ, 6 ಆಪ್ಯುಲೆನ್ಸಸ್ 6 ಆಪ್ಯುಲೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಯಾರಿಗಿದ್ಯೋ ಅವರೇ ದೇವೋತ್ತಮ ಪರಮ ಪುರುಷ ಅಂತ. ಸರಿ, ಯಾರು ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಾನೇ ದೇವ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೋ ಅವರು ಷಡೈಶ್ವರ್ಯ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣರಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತೆ ವಿರಾಟ ರೂಪನ ತೋರಿಸುವಂತವರಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಅದಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಯಾರು ನಾನೇ ದೇವ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅದು ದೇವ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಯಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ನ ಅಂತ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ ಹಿರಣ್ಯಕಶಿಪು, ಅವನ ಒಂದು ರಾಕ್ಷಸ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅವ್ನ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ನ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ನಾನು ಚಿರಾಯು ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ತಥಾಸ್ತು ಅಂತ ವರ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇವರು ಹಿರಣ್ಯಕಶಿಪು ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾರಂದ್ರೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾನೆ, ನರಸಿಂಹವಾಗಿ ಬಂದು ಹಿರಣ್ಯಕಶಿಪುನ ಸಂಹಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕಂಸ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಮಧೇನು, ಯಾರು ಮದನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಕಾಮಧೇನು ಅವರೇ, ಕಾಮಧೇನು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕಾಮದೇವ ಕಾಮದೇವ, ಅವನ ಮದನ ಅಂತಾನು ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರ ಅಂದನ್ ನೋಡಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಇದು ನನ್ನಷ್ಟು ಅಂದ ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ, ಆದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮದನ ಮೋಹನ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಅವನ ಅಂದನೂ ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಭುಗಳು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಗಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿಗಳು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಾನು ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ ಅಂತ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ ಆಗಕ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಯ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಇಂದ ಬೀಳುವಂತ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಇದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರಭುಗಳು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಮುಸೋಲಿನಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಹಿರಿಯ ಹಳೆ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ರಾಜರು ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರಲ್ವಾ, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ನಾನೇ ಈ ದೇಶನ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ನ ರೂಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ಡೆತ್ ಅನ್ನೋದಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಸಮ ಊರ್ಧ್ವ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅಸಮ ಊರ್ಧ್ವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಗವಂತನೇ ಅಸಮ ಊರ್ಧ್ವ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಗವಂತನಿಗೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾರು ಇರಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಭಗವಂತನಿಗಿಂತ ಅಬವ್ ಆಗಿನೂ ಯಾರು ಇರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಶೋದಮಯ್ಯನ ಒಂದು ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಶೋದಮಯ್ಯ ಈಗ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಓಕೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಇದ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನಲ್ವಾ, ಅವನೇ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಕರ್ತ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಶೋದಮಯ್ಯ ಯಾಕೆ ತಾಯಿಯ ಒಂದು ವಾತ್ಸಲ್ಯ ಭಾವದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟಿಟ್ಟ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನೋಡಿ ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಈ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾಯ ಒಂದು ಜಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಲುಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಯಾರು ಯಾವ ಲೀಲೆನ ಆಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಇರ್ತಾರೋ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಯೋಗ ಮಾಯ ಒಂದು ಶರಣಾಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರಂತೆ. ಯೋಗ ಮಾಯ ಅಂಡರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನೋಡಿ, ಯಾವುದೇ ತಾಯಿ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಮಗ ಬಂದು ದೇವೋತ್ತಮ ಪರಮ ಪುರುಷ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆ ಯೋಗ ಮಾಯ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಮಾತೃಭಾವನ ದೇವ್ರು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಇಚ್ಛೆಯಿಂದ ಆ ಒಂದು ಮಾತೃಭಾವಗೆ ಯಶೋದಮಯ್ಯಂಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರಂತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರೇನ್ ಅನ್ಕೋತಾರೆ, ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಜನ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಇವ್ರು ದೇವೋತ್ತಮ ಪರಮ ಪುರುಷ ಅಂತ ಯಶೋದಮಯ್ಯ ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಹೋಗು, ಇವ್ನು ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಕಂದ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ಮಹಾರಾಜನು ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ನೀನು ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳು, ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳು ಅಂತ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಅವ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರತಿಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದೇವರು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದರು ಒಂದು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಬಾಯಿಂದ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಅದೇ ನಿಜವಾದ ಧರ್ಮ. ಸೊ ನಾವೇನು ಓತು ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಏನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವೋ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಒಂದು ಆಜ್ಞೆ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದೇ ನಿಜವಾದ ಧರ್ಮ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಶ್ಲೋಕದ ಸಾರಾಂಶ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಬೆವೆಲ್ಡೆಡ್. ನಾವು ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳನ್ನ ಯಾವಾಗ ಓದು ಗುರುಗಳ ಒಂದು ಶರಣಾಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತೀವೋ ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ಬೆವೆಲ್ಡೆಡ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಯ ಒಂದು ಜಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಲ್ಕೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫ್ಯೂ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you, Mataji, for your Kannada translation. So even the greatest demigods like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, they also get bewildered. And as you all know very well, as we have been hearing from senior Vaishnavas, when Lord appeared as Mohini Murti, even Lord Shiva also got bewildered. And as you know, many times Brahmaji also got divided. He got illusioned. And Indra, he often gets, bewildered. So in this way, Lord has given solution also not to get bewildered if you are a devotee. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, ఈరోజు క్లాస్ చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్స్ చెప్పారు ప్రభుజీ. థ్యాంక్ యూ. హైయెస్ట్ స్నేర్ ఆఫ్ మాయా ఈజ్ థింకింగ్ వన్ సెల్ఫ్ యాజ్ గాడ్. ప్రభుపాదుల వారు ఎప్పుడు ఎంత ఆయన కూడా సత్య సంకల్పి అయినారు. ఎలాగైతే భగవంతుడు ఏది చెప్తే అది నిజం అవుతుందో, ప్రభుపాదుల వారు ఏం చెప్పినా కూడా దాన్ని కృష్ణుడు నిజం చేసినారనమాట. అతను ఏం చెప్పినా కూడా అది కృష్ణుడు దాన్ని అరేంజ్ చేశారు. అప్పుడు ప్రభుపాదుల వారు కూడా అనుకొని ఉండిండొచ్చు నేనే భగవంతుడు అని, కానీ ఎప్పుడు ప్రభుపాదుల వారు అలా అనుకోలేదు. అలా అన్న శిష్యులను కూడా తను దూరంగా పెట్టారనమాట. అంటే బ్రహ్మాజీ అందరూ బివిల్డర్ అయినారని చెప్తున్నారు, కానీ ప్రభుపాదుల వారు ఎప్పుడు బివిల్డర్ అవ్వలేదు. ఇంకొకటి హిరణ్యకశిపుడి గురించి కూడా మీరు చెప్పారు. అది నాకు మహావతార్ నరసింహ మూవీ గుర్తుకొచ్చింది అనమాట. తను లాస్ట్ 15 minutes అప్పుడు తను ప్లానెట్స్ కంటే హైగా పెరిగిపోతారు. చాలా చాలా ఎంతో పవర్ ఉన్నట్టుగా చాలా హైట్ పెరిగిపోతారు అనమాట. 14 ప్లానటరీ సిస్టమ్స్ ని దాటిపోతారు. చివరికి చూసుకుంటే అతను మహావిష్ణువు చేతిలోనే ఉంటారు. అంటే అతను ఎంత పవర్స్ ఉన్నా కూడా మనమంతా కృష్ణుడి యొక్క చేతిలోనే ఉన్నాము, కృష్ణుడి యొక్క పవరే ఇదంతా అని మనం అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. అదొకటి గుర్తొచ్చింది ప్రభుజీ. చాలా థ్యాంక్స్ ప్రభుజీ. ఇంకొకటి మీరు మనం ఈ బ్రహ్మని ఎలా దాటాలో కూడా చెప్పారు. దైవీ యశగుణమయి మమ్మమాయ దురత్య అని. అది శరణాగతి ద్వారానే, శ్రీకృష్ణుడికి శరణు పొందడం ద్వారానే అని కూడా చెప్పారు. శరణాగతి ఎలాగో కూడా చెప్పారు మీరు. గురువుని ఆశ్రయించడము, భగవద్గీతను పాటించడము, నామాన్ని జపం చేయడము, ఇది కూడా చెప్పారు. చాలా థ్యాంక్స్ ప్రభుజీ. హరే కృష్ణ.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ. దండవత్ ప్రణామం ప్రభుజీ. In today's class was very nice, Prabhuji, and what few points that I got was like we should not believe anything without taking reference from scriptures, and also highest renounced person is Supreme Lord Krishna itself. It's not who sannyasi or any person who posts themselves as completely renounced, and also about the two types of Maya that we are bound to, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. Thank you. Okay, any questions? Or should we go with the announcements and prayers to be offered? Okay, so thank you very much. Stop the recording.